got you.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay, I guess we didn't approve the July minutes. Is that why that's on here, Tom?
Correct.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the July and September?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Pass unanimously. Tom, announcements?
Announcements, thank you. Our next Board of Commissioner meetings are scheduled for Monday, October 12th and Monday, October 26th. The agenda for October 12th, there's two things on there under Parks and Recreation. One is the announcement of the 32nd Annual Radnor Run, which is scheduled for October 25th. And the other is a presentation by the Delaware River Keeper regarding the stormwater and watershed plan at the West Wayne Preserve, which is formerly the Levin Tract. Our next Parks and Recreation Board meeting is Thursday, November 12th at the Radnor Township Building at 7:30 p.m. And just our announcement, the Radnor Run, is slated for October 25th, Sunday, 8:30 a.m. in the morning. We sent out a letter to area churches and to the neighbors along the course so that they are alerted. Also, we're hoping to have beautiful weather and a great turnout. We do need volunteers, so if anyone in the community is interested in volunteering, we absolutely need volunteers. We need course marshals in a big way. So if anyone's interested, they can please contact the American Lung Association at 610-941-9595, or they can contact our Park and Recreation Department and let us know they're interested in volunteering, and we'll help out too. Also, great to have lots of runners and walkers out that day as well, so anyone interested in joining us, please come out for that great day. And that concludes my announcements.
Any questions on Tom's announcements? Okay, reports. Activities report, Tom?
Activities report, always a fun meeting. I get to announce the 2009 Fall Recreation Guide, which you have before you. My thanks to Leah McVeigh and Tammy Cohen for their efforts with the brochure. I think you will find it has a very nice array of recreation opportunities for people of all ages and abilities in the community that include everything from athletics to cultural events to excursions to science, nature, chess, everything hopefully one could be looking for. We also have in the brochure our community guide, and we have information as well regarding registration for upcoming events like the Radnor Youth Basketball Program and also the Radnor Run, which I mentioned earlier. There's information in here about the library and library events, some senior citizen events in coordination with the Wayne Senior Center, and just a real nice slate of opportunities for folks to get out and exercise and be spending their leisure time in a good way. Happy to answer any questions. I think it's important for you to know it is out and distributed. Radnor Memorial Library, post offices, banks, restaurants. This year, it's the first time Radnor School District has a Go Green policy, so we are not handing it out through the schools. It's part of a transition, not only for the school district where they're going green and everything's online, but also a good transition for our department as well, as we hope to move to an online program where people will be able to register online as well, which is something we're looking to do in 2010, 2011, as far as transitioning in addition. We also have gotten a lot of feedback from folks who like the guide because it is thorough, and folks go online and, wow, it's hard to scroll down through the whole guide. So we do have guides available. If people are interested, they can call our department, and we're happy to mail it to them as well. Our Outer Limits brochure is also complete, and you have that in front of you. It's a program that is designed for children with special needs. It includes events and excursions. We run it in conjunction with Upper and Lower Marion Townships. Some examples, there's quite a few dances, bowling, Disney on Ice, the Elmwood Park Zoo, Ringling Brothers Circus, and the Aquarium and Camden trips, to name a few. We are also working to permit ball fields and work with user groups this fall for baseball, football, ultimate frisbee, field hockey, soccer, and the many other requests we get to get folks out on the field and exercising. We're in the process of planning our youth basketball program. My thanks to Bob Miklas for his efforts in coming out and coordinating a lot of the coaches and age groups and directors and the like. And registration there is underway and going well. Our U.S. Open tennis tournament on September 4th was a great success. Had a full slate of folks attend, and it was a beautiful day in Flushing Meadows, New York. There's evening tennis play at the high school, and lights will be turned off later in the fall based on the weather. Under our projects, great to announce the Friends of the Willows Cottage is going to have a Fall Harvest Festival fundraiser on October 25th. They received permission from the Board of Commissioners on September 14th to use the Willows Park. And you do have a flyer in front of you. The hours are 2 to 6. It's rain or shine, and they're very excited. You can go to www.willowscottage.org for further information. The Odorisio Park steps work to rebuild those is underway. Should be completed in hopefully the next few weeks. Waiting to hear further information on the Cowan Park grant. I did contact DCNR. Projects are pending due to state budget review at this point. They are backed up. As far as our Friends of Radnor Trails and the extension of the Radnor Trail eastward, we're able to have a meeting, Bob Thomas, John Fisher, and I, with PennDOT. The meeting was an initial discussion to look at the concept plan. It went well. There's a lot of questions PennDOT has that they still want to review and get comments back. So it's very preliminary, but we're able to set up that meeting. My thanks to PennDOT, as they had about 5 PennDOT folks attend from their different departments, and they provided a lot of quality insight as we try to move forward there. I want to thank Chris Regan, Troop 284, who performed the park cleanup of invasives and trash at the West Wayne Preserve on Saturday, October 3rd. They did a super job. I mentioned earlier, and you have in your packets, the West Wayne Preserve Stormwater Management Wetlands Restoration Concept Study that's been completed by the Delaware River Keeper. There's a plan there. It's going to be presented to the commissioners on this Monday, the 12th. There'll be some questions and answers, followed by some neighbor and public input at consequent meetings, and then ultimately it will return to the BOC for authorization to seek grant monies for the project. The middle school field is open, and it opened early October for recess and physical education classes for the Radnor Middle School group. Community use is anticipated for spring 2010. Still working on putting together a bid package for the park signs. The repaving of the basketball courts, if you haven't driven by Beauconnor Park, if you have an opportunity, highly recommend it. The basketball court looks fantastic. They did just a bang-up job. They still have to paint the backboards, but if you drive by and you look over at the court, it makes you want to pull over and shoot a couple baskets. Looks great. They're going to be getting to Clemacrone Park and Odorisio next. My thanks to Bryn Mawr Troop 19, who performed a cleanup project at Clemacrone Park wetland area on September 13th. I'd like to thank Bonnie White Waterman, who donated a beautiful maple tree, got planted today in the Willows Park in memory of her father, Bernie White, who's a former commissioner who worked very, very hard to preserve the Willows Park for the community. Beautiful, mature tree. If you see it, it does not look like a new tree. You know, they put a real deal tree in. It looks great. And also the Radnor Soccer Club, I want to extend our gratitude because they generously donated $1,500 for additional fertilizer that's going to help maintain the parks and the ball fields, and we're coordinating that with the parks crew. So if there's any questions regarding our guide or anything with my report, please fire away and I'll do my best.
Hey, Tom, are we anticipating using the activity center for the youth basketball this upcoming year?
Absolutely.
Great. Dynamite.
And we did last year.
Dynamite.
Like, there's one additional gym that we don't have to go outside the township for?
Well, I think that we're in a situation where we've lost some gyms at other places due to construction at different schools. Other schools have had to pull back gyms, so it does allow us the ability to move our groups around. Gym space is always very tight and high priority, and we're fortunate to have the activity center.
Any questions, other questions for Tom on the activities report? Shade tree report, is that you, Mr. Schwartz?
Not this month, no.
Ben, was that you?
No report.
No report, okay. School board, I guess the school board reps are not here this evening. Other committee reports? EAC, is that you, Fenton?
Yep, no report.
Okay. Is there any old business? Any new business? Tom, do you have anything?
No,
Okay. Is there
Bob, I wanted to ask Tom about the Vin-Track sketch that we have.
oh, yeah.
Am I reading it correctly that it is showing access from the trail to the park in these two trail patterns?
yeah, in the concept plan that you are reviewing, yes, it does show 2 areas of access from the Radnor Trail, one towards the South Devon Road area, the other one that will be down towards the West Wayne Avenue area, and then a path that would loop around the park essentially and would consist of both some bridges and boardwalk and trail based on what the terrain was in those areas.
It's a very good start. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's the tree house?
The treehouse concept is an overlook area that the thought could be that it can be used as a educational area. It also can overlook and if you look to the second page there, you'll see the drawings of some of the stormwater management techniques that are used, can serve as not only education for what is taking place with the stormwater management, but the environmental stewardship that the township is supportive of as well. And a nice view of a beautiful park.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Second?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes, unanimously. Meeting